I think we're on.
Okay, let me just give a quick little, I forgot to pull it up on my phone here. Just want to see. Okay.
I think I got it there. Welcome, gorgeous human souls. Hold on, I think I have to turn this down. Okay. Oh, sorry. Welcome, gorgeous humans and beautiful souls. I'm Eva Lucas. Whoops. And here's Alicia Lucas. And we're coming to you from the Krystalline Ascension Mystery School Temple. And today we're going to be speaking about the new leadership codes for the rising of the new Divine Feminine Creatrix Leaders. So if you are watching this live, do say hello in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, do let us know in the comments with #replay. This is episode 4 of Sacred Soul Sparkles, which is a divine series where we are speaking into new ways of creating spiritual luxury in your inner and outer worlds.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, that was very interesting when we're speaking about leadership codes. Right away, I have a little bit of a coughing fit there. So that's really interesting how we're coming out and really activating our throats in this message, obviously. And for those of you who are listening, may be really being activated in your throat area at this time for something, for this divine truth and this leadership voice to really come out and really speak your truth now. So we'll see. I'll just put myself on mute if I have to have another coughing episode, just to really transmute that for those of us, or maybe it's for Mom and I as well. So we really want to speak into the new leadership codes, which we had felt really presented itself to us when we initiated our solardragonqueen frequency within. However, after that, we initiated the solardragonking and had a beautiful sacred marriage ceremony and really bringing in that divine feminine and that divine masculine aspect and creating that beautiful inner divine sacred union within. And once they were initiated together, once they were in that sacred union space, in that oneness space, is when they showed us the background, the energetic background of it, the architecture of it, the geometry of it, what it does on an energetic level, which was showing us that it created, it upgraded, it unlocked another higher aspect within our higher heart, our crystal heart. And that's where it showed us where the new earth leaders, where that frequency is going to reside. It's going to reside in the core of your higher heart or your crystal heart. So when I say crystal heart, know that it's the higher heart that I'm speaking about, all right? So by having them come into sacred union, your heart frequency is resonating, it's illuminating at a higher frequency. And it really feels as though this really spark of light has been ignited within, and it's really glowing, it's really shining. And this is your solar dragon queen and king frequency, your divine, your highest aspect of the divine feminine and the highest aspect of your divine masculine within your higher heart, your crystalline heart in sacred union. I don't know if you're getting anything else as I'm speaking, Mom, here.
Oh, you're doing great.
Okay, all right then. So when we look at our inner temple of light, which we've started to refer to as the inner queendom, this is the core of your queendom. Your heart is. And this leadership frequency will be the core of operating your inner queendom at its highest level, if that makes sense. Where we are, excuse me, I'm just getting a download and I'm trying to avoid saying so I'm learning to pause so the frequency could come through. Mom, if you have anything else that you'd like to share before whatever is coming through here.
No, I'll let you finish and then I'll step in. I'm just going to let you finish that one.
Okay, all right then. So when there is that wholeness, that oneness, that space, we on a human level feel really alive. And this is the space you're going to be leading from. that space of oneness, that space of unity, that space of sacred union. And it's all within inside of you. You're not looking, or we're not being guided by an external masculine, if that makes sense. So we are being guided by that inner divine masculine and that inner divine feminine. And when we were tuning into the frequencies of the Solar Dragon Queen, those frequencies were bold, potent, and magnetic. And it's really pushed us on a whole new level for ourselves when we began to embody this. You could really feel this inside. And that became my new favorite word lately, is being bold. It's just a really, that is the frequency that's been really pushing me, I guess you could say. And then the Solar Dragon King, when he came in, those frequencies complemented but amplified the Solar Dragon Queen. So he brought in frequencies that were very powerful, very expansive. And he also had this really grounded initiative frequency, and where it's very action oriented, right? So it's kind of like, if you want to describe maybe what you were seeing when you were seeing the blending of the two.
All right. So Alicia was sharing like really potent words here. If you noticed, it was potent, it was bold, it was magnetic, it was expansive, it was unity, it was oneness, it was marrying, right? It was all these potent words. And it's like we all had to create the experience in our human life to understand what those words actually meant to us, because those words are not new. They've been here in our vocabulary, but until now we're bringing in new frequencies to all these words. And it's not, like I said, until we actually experience it within ourselves that really we could share and put those words out forward. So on my walk today, and I purposely go on my walks because this is where I get my downloads, right? When I'm out there talking to the universe. So they were showing me, because I remember my mentor was marrying it. And I'm like, what does marrying it mean, type thing? And they showed me a beautiful, beautiful vision today. So just tune into my frequency, because I'm going to really send that frequency out. So imagine this beautiful, beautiful, powerful, potent essence behind you, but it goes right inside of you. And this is your divine solar king stepping inside of you, being your protector, being the powerful co-creator with you, being the risk taker, the action taker for you, and bringing in all the resources that you need in order to co-create with everything that you want in this life. And it was almost like, so when he structures everything and the queen is ready to receive, it's like he put his beautiful hands into her from up here, and then they married as it went out here. So he was helping her lift up her beautiful hands and then held them there as she opened up her palms of her hands to receive everything that is divinely hers. And then they brought it back together in divine union into both of their hearts. So this is the marrying. I got it today. Like I really got it today about the marrying, the weaving, the architecture. And it was just a beautiful feeling as I was walking. I go, I understand now what really marrying the divine masculine and the divine feminine could feel like, could be like within inside of the body, and to move forward as we go on our path. So I hope people listening can really tune into that essence of just feeling that potency within inside of you that's already there, but you just claim it as yours and allow that solar king dragon to be there for you as your solar queen opens her heart to receive.
Yeah, beautiful. Let us know in the comments if Eva's metaphor or vision allowed you to see it on a different level, on a different perspective, because that's what we're trying to really emanate out, is the frequencies. These frequencies that we are experiencing are really I don't want to say challenging, but it is a little bit different to describe them in the human words for you to understand. So sometimes when we share our visions, it's more easier for us to explain a little bit or share with you just on a heart to heart and a soul to soul level of what these frequencies really feel like inside and what it feels like when it actually anchors into us. Like you had said, you know, anchoring it in and really understanding that marrying now, it brings us to a whole new level. It changes our perspective. It brings us into a whole new reality when frequencies anchor into us on a deeper level, or taking new words that bold, potent, and magnetic, powerful, expansive, and grounded initiative and putting a whole new level onto it, like really going deep into these words. But I wanted to share that when we speak about solar dragon, queen and king, that solar dragon, what does that frequency really mean? And for us, in simplest form, I guess you could say, as that these frequencies or these aspects of the solar dragon are the architects of new worlds. They're the co-creators, the co-creatrixes of new worlds. So this is what this frequency is doing. It's allowing you to step into more of your creatrix self, as well as your divine feminine masculine, or that king and queen aspect. So you're just coming all of this from an amplified higher level of frequency. And why this is important as a leader here at this time is because excuse me, I feel that these are going to be the new heart leaders. When we said, or we share that you are our heart-led leader, what does that mean to you? And if you could imagine this now going in and stepping this into your highest level of a heart leader, becoming that highest embodied leader self, holding all your royalty codes, your birthright codes, your sovereignty codes, your wealth and your truth. These are codes and frequencies that are really coming in from those higher dimensional spaces and ready for us to be embodying them at this time, for us to really step forward as these new leaders. And because I do feel that these leaders coming in as that solar dragon king and queen, you are going to be guided by invisible frequencies. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be guided by that? Because there may not be no step-by-step instruction on a physical level. It is all led by the heart and by feelings and by these wisdom, that inner wisdom that you're going to be needed to be leading by. And that's a different approach if you think about it. Becoming into that leader. And of course, that stepping into that unknown space, right? It's just being led by those frequencies that are really unknown to us, but at the same time, we kind of remember them. And the more you step into these unknown frequencies, it is kind of like a remembrance of these frequencies, or it's a deeper level of embodiment of these frequencies. And that's why it will get more easier and easier. But I did find, since myself, by embodying the king and the queen frequencies, that they were pushing me or pulling me and guiding me on new levels that I've never experienced before, even as simple as getting my hair cut. Yes, I've gotten my hair cut before, and for the same reasons. It's because I've had myself, initiation, I've had a rebirth, and I really wanted to share that on an outer level. But this time I felt even more different. I wanted to go get a haircut. And I wanted to really embody those frequencies, that bold, that powerful, that magnetic frequency in my hair consciousness. I wanted to embody that. But usually I would go to the hairdresser and let them know that, I really I'm looking for this kind of haircut, and really explained what kind of haircut. But this time I went in differently. I went in with the intention that I'm going to walk out feeling and embodying that boldness, that powerful frequency, that potent frequency, and to have her or him, whoever the hairdresser is, just allow that to come through. So if I'm explaining this correctly, I don't even know if I'm explaining this correctly, but she had asked me, what are you looking for? Well, I'm going for a whole new different look. I want to feel different. I want to be different. And I want to go a lot shorter. So So I went in without explaining exactly what I wanted, but the end result was still the same, if that makes sense. And letting go and so really surrendering to that trust and that allowing, again, to be guided by those invisible frequencies versus me giving a step-by-step instruction of what I wanted. Right. Okay. So just, stepping into that better than what I've hoped for. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to add?
Stunning. It's stunning.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
But I just like, that is an old paradigm that that structure that, do A, B, and C, because that was me. I would love mentors to tell me exactly what I needed to do, right? Because I was a follower. Like I had mentors. And recently, and this is very recently, where I've almost forgotten about that, right? Because as you step into your own boldness, your own courage, and your own strength moving forward as your own leadership, you have to lead yourself, right? So you have to depend upon yourself and lead yourself till because you're becoming the vessel and the container for others. And it's really funny that you said that. And I go, oh my God, that was me for decades and decades and decades, until, like I said, very recently, where I let that go and really allowed myself to step into the uncertainty, because you couldn't fight it anymore, right? You just had to succumb to it. You had to surrender that we are living in uncertain times. And there is, for some of us, we've not even lived our past lives or any life where we are right now. And we are definitely moving into different portals, into different dimensions. And we just really have to step into that trust. So I would say that was a huge awakening for me in, like I said, in just the last couple of weeks, I would say.
Yeah, beautiful, yeah. Beautiful. And I do feel that by doing this is the ability to do new things that no one has ever done before, or that no one is doing, and really having that courage and that strength and that boldness to go out and really try something new, do something new that no one has ever done before, is because we are stepping away from, especially if you're coming as a service provider, we're stepping away from speaking into the pain to clients. We really want to speak into the visions or the higher perspectives that they cannot see, that we are here to guide or lead them to. This is what the new leaders will be guiding for. It's guiding into those new visions, those higher perspectives, those higher dimensions that they maybe can't see for themselves, but you are able to just have a couple steps ahead of them to be able to see that for them, that beautiful transformation, that highest perspective of themselves. So what we are doing here as those new earth leaders, or those creatrix leaders, is that we are creating new paths and new ways of being, new ways of doing stuff. And we have to have that boldness or that courage behind us, that inner super confidence behind us, in order for us to allow us to move forward and to provide that and to create that. And having no one stand in our way to create this, because it really is that time to really create that new world and these new ways. And as we know, even though we love and cherish and really honor that circle effect, the leader has to go first. The leader has to go first in order to create that beautiful circle for all those leaders to come together and circle together. But we need to go first in everything that we do, in our sacred offerings that we want to present. I lost something else jumped in, and I couldn't get what was coming through at that time. Sorry if that sentence didn't make sense there, but Mom, if you had something else to add there.
Yeah, well, that's where I was talking about, that we have to learn how to lead ourselves. And that actually, when you were talking, I saw a lot of like the shape shifting, right? Well, we're turning into, I spoke about that the last time, like, where I was the lion for decades and decades, and then it was the phoenix, and now it's the dragon, but it's the lion coming through the phoenix and the dragon. So we're all shape shifting, we're all vision shifting, right? So it's a really it's a beautiful time right now as we go. Like, it's up to us to take those powerful, bold action steps, change those mindsets, like, switch it off and turn it on where you need to most switch them on and turn them on.
Yes, beautiful. And so if you feel or if you feel in your heart space at this time, or if you just know that you are here to create these new ways of being, if you know you are here to create your legacy, your soul legacy and your business legacy. So the business legacy, we've been calling your soul aligned legacy, because when you step into creating your legacy here on earth, you're not only creating a business legacy, you're also creating a soul legacy. And maybe we'll speak more into that on another day, but this is how multidimensional a new earth leader can be, is by weaving their legacy on multiple realms of consciousness and really bringing that here in this current reality to create that divine impact. So if you know that you are here to do this, we've created a beautiful, gorgeous initiation for this. So that way creatrixes can step up and into this new frequency. And this is for the women, again, that know they are here to create that soul aligned legacy impact. And what we've done here is we've created where we have a private VIP ceremony to really awaken your royalty codes. And this is bringing in and awakening your inner solar dragon queen and your inner solar dragon king together, and really having that beautiful ceremony of that sacred marriage, of that sacred union, for them to come into that oneness, to really ignite your heart, to really open up your heart on a whole new level. If people are going to really feel this, I hope you are able to really tune into the frequency of Eva and I right now, and really feeling this really newly royalty codes, these leadership codes, these sacred union codes within us. And from there, what we do is we give a bespoke immersion to really anchor in this gorgeous leadership frequency. We really feel that's important on a human level, to really anchor this into the human body, because at this time we can always awaken the frequencies on an etheric level, but to really bring them in, embody and anchor them into the human self is really where it becomes really explosive, I feel, right? It's really when that frequency really sets in. And then from there, we take you on to spiritual and physical luxury mentoring, followed by a really integration session. And this is to really, I don't want to repeat the word anchor, but this is, I guess, to really truly anchor this into the physical body of the integration session. So this is going to be really unleashing a whole new level of your inner divine feminine, and of course your inner divine masculine. And the inner divine masculine really, really comes in to really support the inner divine feminine awakening and has that beautiful marriage of oneness. So do reach out to us if this is speaking to you, because the frequencies and our reality, as most of you can feel at this time, is moving very faster and faster. So we'd really love to shift you into that higher realm of consciousness ASAP, so you can rise into that creatrix queen leader of who you truly are and what you came and who you came here to become for this really heaven on earth consciousness in this new realm. And that goes back to mine and Eva's visions that we had in the new year of these inner queendoms, these inner temples of light rising, all illuminated, all crystalline, and shining from their heart space and creating a whole new world, a whole new reality. So we get to be a part of that if we so choose. Mom, do you want to add in anything there?
As you're speaking, I feel that fire in my spirit rising and rising, and I'm sure other people are feeling it as well. So if that's you, please reach out. We'd love to connect with you.
Yes, for sure. And I think for today, to really get you in that frequency, we really invite you to come into your heart space at this time. Just take a few deep breaths in and really coming into that space of oneness, just even tuning into that solar dragon queen and that solar dragon king frequency, really tuning into that potentiality of those leadership codes that are held within you that are just waiting to be unlocked, and really connect in with your highest embodied creatrix leader self, but in her human form. Really connect in with her at this time. And asking her, what do I need to know right now? and she's going to speak to you. She has something to share, whether it be a word, a color, a vision, a frequency. Just really hold on to that frequency or that word or that vision today. And we invite you, if it resonates with you, to share within the comments what you received from your highest embodied creatrix leader self that is standing there, waiting to be embodied more on a deeper level. And from that frequency, or from that word, or from that vision, just go about your day to day in that frequency. And just see how you are able to shapeshift just into that another frequency at a higher level or at a deeper level, whichever way you want to go. I feel like, you're going to go higher or deeper or more expanded. See if you could feel that difference inside of you just by receiving that beautiful connection with that leader code inside of you. Anything else?
It's a beautiful way to end today's session.
Yes. So, well, thank you again, beautiful souls and gorgeous humans, for watching us live or listening to the replay. And we send you much love until we meet again. Bye for now.